I was a former prosecutor for almost 6 years here in Charles County. I prosecuted a lot of people. It's kind of interesting to be able to do that side because when you know how to build a case, you know how to tear it down. And as a defense attorney, that's exactly what we're looking to. How can we defeat the state's case? How can we mitigate on behalf of our client? With the experience that I've had being in the Charles County courts every day, really, we've had numerous clients where we've gone to bat for and gotten great results. I mean, more than I can think of at this time. There's always those cases that you remember. And one of those persons that I remember is an individual that was charged with a very serious armed robbery, putting a handgun to an elderly woman's face and taking her property. And my client, who was charged with it, looked me in the eye and he said, "Mr. Matin, I've done a lot of bad things in my life, but I swear to God I didn't do this." And he said, "I need you to believe me," because he had talked to a lot of attorneys and a lot of attorneys were like, "Hey, yeah, let's see what we can do. Come up with a plea deal, blah, blah." This client looked at me in my eyes and he said, "I'm not taking a plea. I didn't do this and I need your help." And I tell you, I believed him. And when I believed him, and he had been locked up because of the nature of the charges and his record, we worked together side by side. He told me all of the alibi witnesses that I had to find, and it took me a long time. I had to track them down. He told me of all the video cameras and all the locations he would have been in that would have made it impossible for him to be this individual, this gunman. He actually had me go and find the video in a courthouse where he had come in to make a payment on his child support, which totally made it impossible for him to do this. And yet when we went to trial and we had it in front of 12 jurors, this woman who was a very lovely lady looks him in the eye and says, that's the guy, I'm sure of it." And I'm able to cross her up and I'm able to really show that jury that it wasn't my client. And the best thing that happened was not the fact that he was found not guilty and acquitted of all charges and he walked. The best thing was that the investigating officer, the detective, who's the one that charged my client after the trial, came up to me and said, "You know, Hammad, after I saw what you just did, I don't even believe he committed that crime." That's what made my day. That's what makes me remember that more than any of the other many jury trials that we've won, because that's when I know that, you know what, it's nice to be part of justice, not just for him, but for the whole system, for the whole community of Charles County.